first guest tonight is a multi-talented man who already this year released a great HBO comedy special, hosted Saturday Night Live, and finally told us his real first name. Next, he directs and stars in the new feature film On the Count of Three. It opens in theaters and on digital tomorrow. Please welcome Jerrod Carmichael. Good to see you. I haven't seen a pic in a long time, and it's good to see it back.
Yes, thank you very, very much. I like my pic. I keep it on me. I took it out of my head, you know, respectfully.
Nice. Very
But I like
70s, yeah.
Can I start by saying I owe you an email?
Do you?
I owe you like 6 emails.
That's all right. I'm bothering you.
I've been drafting an email to you for like 3 years now. For real. You ever like draft? Because I get overwhelmed. Like I'm real sensitive and I spend my days alone.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes you get an email from Jimmy Kimmel and you're like, well, what do I do now? Like, how do I respond in a way that, you know, has heft and resonance? Mm-hmm. And then I just don't respond.
Yeah,
and
you
I
don't.
Go on the wall, okay, to sandwich or something like.
Don't worry about it, because that email was not intended
it was
for
very
a response.
Nice. I thank you for that.
I wanted to tell you how great I thought your special was, your HBO special, and how not just funny, but my wife and I, we were very moved by it, and I sat down, I was like, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I make a mistake by not telling people when I think something is great. And I was like, you know what? I happen to have Jerrod's email. I'm going to tell him. And so there, I told you, and you don't have to respond to that.
It warmed my heart. It was very nice. And I thank you it really did. Like, I know that sounds cliche, but like I read it twice, and then I started drafting a thing, and then there just sometimes isn't an emoji that says how I feel. You know?
Well,
I was like gonna send a heart surrounded by the smiley face with the hearts and the thing, and I was like, Jimmy won't the hearts.
You know, I think that's maybe in keeping, because you, for those who haven't seen Rothaniel, your special yet,
yeah.
You come out of the closet.
You say it real, that's so tight.
Well,
you say it like my kindergarten teacher, Miss Bailey.
Is that right?
Yeah, Rothaniel. You say it like a strong Southern black woman.
I did. I think it's a good name.
I like it. It's good. That's a fun thing for y'all to clap for.
That's the first time I've ever been called a strong Southern black woman.
We know who you are inside.
But this special, for a lot of people in your family, was a surprise. And in a couple of different ways. Number one, you know, you talking about your sexuality, and also talking about their personal lives. It certainly affected you in a great way. And I know, you know, I heard you on Howard Stern, and you guys had a great interview, and you talked at length. What I'm wondering is, were there people in your life who found out, who learned about this for the first time from watching the special, and how did they feel, if there are those?
It's a good question. Well, here's the thing. There were, in a way, yes, there are people that I know who found out, but I wouldn't call them in my life.
Okay.
You know, like, if they were in my life, I would have told them.
Okay, I got you.
But there are people that I know who were definitely, like, shocked. I know, like, a few girls that, like, dropped some popcorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Did you, and I apologize if this is a dumb question, but
No.
Did you have anybody that wrote you to go, I knew it?
But people like to say that to you sometimes, you know, like they like to justify it, like, I knew the whole time. It's like, did you? Okay, well then you know I was in pain for 30 years and you didn't say anything. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
like a couple little things that, like that, but like, you know, I had told most of the people in my life, like most of my friends, I have this thing where like, I guess it's why like I'm an artist or a comedian or whatever, because like I came out to like my best friends and then like did it on HBO like a week later. like it's kind of like a quick, all you know, nothing or everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in a way, you know, I was comparing it to like when you have a baby and you have to make sure to tell everyone so they don't find out from someone else, because then they're mad they had to find out from your Aunt Chippy that you had a baby.
Yeah.
So you have to really be on top of it the moment that baby comes out.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I as someone who never really needs to know that you had a baby, you don't have to tell me.
Okay, good. All right, that's good to know.
But I mean that optimistically, not like in a dismissive, I don't care about your baby. I care about your kid in a general sense. But more so when it's a thing in your life running around or something, like not just the theoretical idea of I have a baby. It's like, okay, well, good.
What is your life like after coming out? Is it better?
Freer. I think I feel freer. I mean, coming out is a. I think there are things that I think it's kind of a universal experience. I found out after coming out, you realize that I realize a lot of people are in the closet about something, through the process and just being it's inhibiting. I realize I take better pictures since coming out because I'm not worried about looking gay. I was like, was I not smiling because smiling is gay? So silly. Yeah.
When you said that people are in the closet on a variety of subjects, have people now been sharing things with you because you shared this with the world?
People will tell me some heavy
Really?
Yeah. But it's, it's all in love. It's hard. You feel alone while you're in it. I'm speaking about me, but in a general sense, I think feeling trapped. I felt like a liar. It affected my day-to-day life, and it became overwhelming. You feel like you're drowning in it,
Did any part of you make a decision to never hide anything in, to be honest now in all situations?
I'm trying to, but it's it's like being in, NA or something, one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lie today. Today I didn't lie, it's okay. No, but what I mean, I just to live more truthful. Because if a lie begets more lies, and it's all you can think about. The thing, at least me, it's all I can think about. The things I'm not saying. I don't like not being myself, and so I try not to leave unless I'm ready to be truthful.
It's harder at the beginning, but then easier the rest of the time if you're just truthful.
Yeah. It's definitely makes. I have a lot of huge conversations with people.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate the idea. I do, and I do it all the time. And I'm enough already. I have the biggest conversation of our lives twice a month. With a friend or a family member, and it's just exhausting. Growth and change is exhausting. Enough already. When is the movement of just complacency gonna happen?
I see why you weren't able to answer the email now. You're burdened.
I'm burdened.
People are dumping things on you.
I am.
Jerrod Carmichael is with us. His new movie is called On the Count of Three. We'll be right back.
And some ointment too, Neosporin, and everything that you for a cut.
What are you doing? You can't just.
He was ignoring us. Medical tape too. Put some medical tape in that bag. It's right there. I see it. What else do you want? What else do you want? Just get it now.
Pack of blues.
Pack of blues.
Some Nutter Butters. Let's go.
Huh?
Let's go. Come on.
How much?
What?
When a customer is talking, you listen, bro. It hurts to be ignored.
We are back with Jerrod Carmichael. That's On the Count of Three. That is a movie that you directed, you star in.
Yeah.
How did that all come together?
You gotta do it, because nobody wanted to finance the movie. Is it too cold for this? Will it tell me if I'm
I think it's, it's up to you whether you're cold or not.
But you kind of, I had to do it. It was all birth of necessity. No one would, we found financial partners, thankfully, but it was a difficult film to get made. It's a it's sensitive subject matter, you could say. And
explain this, because it is, and I don't want to spoil any of it by telling the story, because it is suspenseful in some ways. But
yeah.
what is the story, basically?
Well, it's two guys at the end of their rope who decide to end their lives and then decide to have one last day together. And, you know, sounds very heavy when you say it like that. And I really want people to see it, because I think it's very funny. What we found was, you know, in moments like that, if you could kind of distill things down to like a last day, there's actually a lot of hope and optimism that one has. It's like the freedom of a last day. And the film is dark. You know, I have to kind of prepare people for that, because I myself have become very sensitive recently, and I can understand people who could be triggered by the subject matter. So I've been trying to be very respectful about that, you know, when talking about it in press. But I think that what I found in a lot of subjects over the course of my career is, like, when you really treat something like it's real and you treat it as seriously and with as much integrity as you can, the world opens up, and you're able to, like, find things in places that you typically wouldn't be able to. And this film, I think, is, you know, very funny. I think it's suspenseful. But we tried to play it as true as we could. And so I direct it because it's difficult to get people to.
You did a great job directing it.
Oh, thank you.
It looks
fantastic.
fantastic.
I'm excited for y'all to see it. But I hope y'all see it. I hope y'all see it. But I was really lucky to have, you know, my friends who wrote it, Ari and Ryan, there to really support me and help me, and an incredible actor, Chris Abbott, who's really one of the best of a generation. I truly believe that.
Yeah, he's a great actor, yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible, and he brought a lot of heart, and his character, Kevin, is so funny. He's so funny. He's like, I've been calling him Suburban Joker. But it's a very rich character, and he does it so well.
Yeah. And Henry Winkler's in the movie.
Henry Winkler's in the movie.
Which is,
Henry's really good.
An interesting part for him, for sure.
I know. It's hard to talk about it without giving anything away, but it is Henry Winkler as you've never seen him.
Yes, no, and never
seen him. Yeah.
You know, in your special, as I mentioned earlier, you talk about your real first name.
Yeah.
And I know that going through life with an unusual name, sometimes you don't get the stuff that other kids get. So we came up with some special stuff for you. First of all, this is something you probably never had, and if you have, either way, so that's a little personalized license plate for you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know who puts their name on a toothbrush, but we did. We put your name on a toothbrush.
Oh, my God.
We even got...
Well, don't put it on the tape, because I'm going to, if I use these.
Our guys did something very clever here, because I know your name's a combination of Robert and Nathaniel, so they actually cut a Robert and a Nathaniel together, and so you got that and this. Well, and most importantly,
this is
turning into a Carrot Top show.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Wow. This is, you guys look. Hey, you guys look. Jimmy got me a personalized invitation to get robbed. That's so sweet.
Jerrod Carmichael, everybody. His movie's on the count of 3. It opens in theaters and digital tomorrow, and Rothaniel's on HBO Max. Thank you, Jerrod. We'll be back with James Hong. Thanks for watching. Remember, every time you click the subscribe button, one of your enemies gets destroyed.